What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni, and welcome to the next video right here, guys, with the brand new 4.1 content, the new weapon Shredder, 3 times Mark II level 12 maxed on the Pursuer, okay? This is going to be a review for the weapon and for you guys, okay? We already tested the Polarbearz weapon, the medium version, that deals a lot of damage at 600 meters range and can also lock down the target and immobilize it. If you haven't yet seen the video I'm talking about, then take a look at the video description, the pinned comment, right? And also, at the end of this video, you're gonna get these notifications windows you can click on. Then you get to the Spectre with 4 times level 12 Mark II Maxed Polarbearz in a review and test with a poll or a vote for you guys whether or not you think it's too powerful or not powerful enough. In this case right here, in this video, we're gonna have a look at detailed look at the Shredder, okay, on the Pursuer, because it's a Mark II maxed out. We have it 3 times on this little bot, and it has a stealth ability. Now, this combination makes it very powerful and valid, right? You can do a lot of it with this setup, as you will be seeing here over the course of this match. You saw the beginning of this match was terrible with my 2 Ravens. We were become completely outperformed by the enemy there, you know, squishing us right in between 2 times in a row, and in both situations I couldn't really do much, and it was a nightmare. But now we're saving the match with a Pursuer. We already gotten 3 kills with this little bad boy without even respawning the Pursuer yet with our Polarbearz, Shredder. Sorry, it is Shredder, that's right. Now we're trying to get the 4th kill in a row without a death in between. Let's see if that works. We have a Shock Train and a Scourge on this Kumiho over there. However, I think the Shock Train is very low level because it doesn't really seem to be dealing any damage. So I must assume he's probably not have this Shock Train highly leveled up. Usually most of my enemies are running Mark II level 12 stuff. Almost all the time, most of my enemies do that nowadays. So it is almost realistic to test the weapon in its maxed version right here in the Champions League 2. However, I do want to point out that you see we locked down the target for 5 seconds. I do want to point out, though, in case you didn't know, that this isn't my account. This account belongs to Pixonic. I can only use it so I can make some live streams and viewer requests with you, and also test new items like this weapon maxed out immediately and see what an impact it has on the meta of the game in the high-end Champions League. By the way, we got this guy too. So we've gotten 5 kills with just 1 Pursuer and the 3 times Shredder on it, alright? So that is insane. Let's jump again into the same one, which we just brought back by the points we earned before, and see if we can activate our stealth, if we're gonna get this kill, and boosh! Yes, we did. Alright, so once again, same as we did it in the Polarbearz review, I wanna get your opinions, guys. I'm starting another vote. In the upper right corner of the screen is a button that you can press, it works even on mobile, I think, where you can vote whether or not you find this weapon too powerful or just right, okay? Here's a few facts for you guys to make a better decision. We have a weapon that has 500 meters range, we bypass energy shields, and the weapon is more accurate than Gust is, which Gust cannot bypass energy shields, it needs to take them down. Although, we have to be fair, Gust takes down energy shields very quickly. Like 3 seconds and you have an Ansel shield down with a couple of Gusts. So the energy shield isn't really that big of a deal. And quite honestly, I think I'm actually even missing the ability to bypass energy shields in this weapon because I loved making team play with this. I loved running around with the Gust Pursuer and shooting down energy shields wherever I could find them easily with 2-3 shots, so that my team can make use of that damage, and we have made some great team play. I took down the shield, my teammate takes down the rest, right? With his Orkan Spectre or whatever, or maybe Orkan Inquisitor. So that's something you can't do. That team play element is not going to happen with the Shredder version, because you're effectively able to bypass the shield completely. You don't need to take down the energy shield, and you can't even do that at all, right? So, yeah, but still we're doing 500 meters distance, good, low amount of damage at 500 meters range, however, a really good amount of damage when we get close. Now, in terms of Gust versus Shredder, I must really say that Gust is the more damaging weapon, right? The Gust would take down this Inquisitor even quicker. Even at that distance right here, and when we get even closer, it would destroy the Inquisitor yet again faster, okay? So damage potential is more in the Gust, but you have to get close. And yeah, the weapon is not capable of rooting the enemy, because that is the big thing that I haven't really spoken much about, okay? Let's go into detail about this. It's called rooting, or immobilizing, or locking down the enemy, which means essentially he's gonna be unable to move at all. That includes jumping, dashing, rush ability. Nothing of that sort will work. You're stationary, completely sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Except for you can still turn around, you can fire at your enemy, you can activate stealth abilities still, you can activate resistance modes still, so you can do a lot of things. The only things you can't do is move around. Anything related to movement is not going to happen. Alright, so that's what you need to know, because if you lock down an enemy, like this guy for example, I hit him only 2 or 3 times, and we locked him down already. He's not gonna move anywhere. Now imagine a teammate of yours comes jumping with a Griffin, an Orcan, and a Pinata. He's gonna get hit by every single rocket there, right? So, because he can't move. That part of team play, you're gonna be able to do now. So you can't shoot down energy shields, but you can still do great team play by locking down targets, making them easy hits for your enemies. And I must say, this guy has done an incredible job at pre-aiming. Did you pay attention to how insanely good this guy aims? I turn around quickly and he immediately refocuses and hits me in the face the whole time. Wow. Great job, Enemy 2. That was well aimed, sir. But yeah, so team play is still gonna happen, and maybe you're even making it more happening than you did it before with a Gust Pursuer, for example. But the thing is, you also need to know, if you lock down an enemy completely and he can no longer walk, that means that all of your shots, when you're close enough, are going to hit. And if you have a stealth ability yourself, which means you can walk around the enemy, that allows you to kill him very quickly, deal a lot of damage, and especially on the Pursuer with a 10-second stealth ability or something like that, that's gonna help you a lot, okay? We're easily, only with a Pursuer and the Shredder, easily being first here in this free-for-all match. And the enemy is trying to run Orcan Spectres. The enemies are trying to run Scourge Bolgazaris and whatnot, so they are running quite a lot of powerful stuff. And I'm easily being first here with this setup. Now, I know there's Storm firing at me, so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to strafe and walk around as unpredictable as I can, and now running around so quickly around him that my bot can't even turn fast enough to counterclockwise to get him in sight. But this way, I was able to survive for only a few more seconds, so I could activate the next stealth jump, which sorry, not jump, just stealth jump, and kill him again. So that was the first out of 2 crazy matches you're gonna see with this setup. 16 kills, all of them done with a Pursuer that has the Shredder ×3 Mark II level 12, okay? So let's see how much damage that was. 1.6 million. That's a lot of damage here, ladies and gentlemen, for a light bot with a light weapon. And additionally, you know, being able to win matches based on the stealth is crazy. But before you also make your judgment with the weapon, we also have to take one more thing into account. We're running one of the most powerful, we're running the most powerful light bot in the game, okay? If you were to run this setup on a Patton, for example, you have 4 of these weapons, okay? But I think you're not going to be anywhere near that good because the Patton cannot stealth, alright? So it's not just the weapon making this setup win. It is, a lot of it is also the bots that were used, that I chose with here, the Pursuer. But realistically, in the Champions League, if somebody is going to use this weapon, he's going to use it on the Pursuer. He's not going to use it on a Patton, that's for freaking sure. So, I was trying to make it as realistic as possible when it comes to the high-end Champions League. But if you're seeing this weapon in the Silver League, in the Bronze League, you'll be seeing this weapon a lot on bots that are, let's say, a Patton, or maybe on a Griffin with Pulsar and Shredder. Stuff like that, okay? It doesn't have to necessarily be the most powerful version here, the Pursuer. So when you do your vote, and you want to tell me what you think, if the weapon is too powerful, or too, just right, or too weak, please take into account that we have just been using it on the most effective version and robot at the same time, where many of the powers also come from the stealth, okay? because also the Gust Pursuer, you could argue and say, is way too powerful. But that's also because of the Pursuer, right? The Gust itself is more powerful than the Thunder, you know, ironically, and it shouldn't be. But it's, you know, the Gust isn't really breaking the game balancing, if you ask me. That's more like for it maybe Orkans on a Spectre, or Shock Trains or something, or Scourge on a Bulgazari. That impacts game balancing a lot, if you ask me. The Gust, it's a nice toy to play with. It's powerful, you can do a lot with it, but it's not gonna absolutely destroy the enemy and let him have no chance. So now we're screwing around with this guy. Look how we are fooling him around. I'm sitting slightly out of 350 meters range for him, not being able to hit me. Then I know when he comes out of the lockdown, he will be immediately dashing forward to me to get into range again, which of course I used immediately to walk backwards from him, staying out of 350 meters range the entire time. And when he finally has me cornered, I activate the stealth mode and I can destroy him. And he hasn't really done much about it, or couldn't really do much about it. That was like an excellent playing with him right there. Slightly out of range, like 2 meters further, he would have been able to hit me. And every time I knew exactly what's gonna happen, he dashes forward, I just walk exactly the dash amount back, and he's still out of range. That must have driven him completely nuts right there. But it also shows what you can do with a weapon that has 500 meters range. Even if you spread the shot fire, even if you don't necessarily do the full amount of damage the whole time, you can do that still. And do you notice how the Lancelot seems to take a good amount of damage right now? Okay, let me go back here, because we now need to have a look at this, okay? So there's a Lancelot coming. I'm fully loaded. Alright, we're starting to fire, and it seems like we're hitting this guy completely. It seems like his physical shield is not protecting him at all from the damage coming in. Now, is that because the weapon spreads around the physical shield? So, has a lot of damage been absorbed? Or is the weapon somehow getting through the shield, which isn't supposed to happen? We're now getting very close to him, which of course allows him to aim right next to his physical shield, which means he's gonna take the full damage, right? I'm aiming simply past the shield, so he can't block the damage anymore. That was clear, that was completely normal, that I was able to get so close and bypass the shield. But at the long range, I cannot do that, and normally we weren't supposed to deal that much damage, I think, at the long range. That's just me asking the question right now. Is everything okay when it comes to physical shields with a weapon? So look at this guy. He is now stealth jumping, okay? He just activated his stealth jump. But since he was locked down, his jump was not coming out. He only had the stealth, but not the jump. And you know the Spectre, the Spectre activates the stealth cooldown, like, you know, the how long he's stealthed, he activates based on when he, you know, lands on the ground. In this case, he has never taken off, so he activates stealth, and it immediately counts down to 4 seconds, and that's his stealth. It's even shorter than with a jump, and he's not even able to move away anymore. So, with that being said, the Spectre was really bummed right now, and I think I can't be too unhappy about it. I can't really say, oh man, I'm so, I don't know, sad for this poor Spectre with Orkans, because we all know what a poor Spectre, what the poor Orkan Spectre is capable of doing, right? So I don't feel bad about destroying an Orkan Spectre and leaving him making him look a little bit bad at this point, because I think these overpowered setups, they need to be a little bit, you know, taken out. But see what I've done here? I locked down this guy so I can easily just take him out without him being able to interfere, and then I'm taking the other guy out afterwards. Or at least I'm trying to. See, we're dealing damage, but the Shock Train Spectre came in and absolutely one-hit killed the rest out of it. And that's where the Shock Train power lies, in the one punch, right? That's what the Shock Train does. It's one punch, man. And yeah, with the amount of damage, I should have just done a little bit less damage before, and then we wouldn't have been able to give this guy a one-hit kill, right? If I just left a little bit more hit points in him, then I would have been able to kill him. But I was able to lock down the Hize and then take down the Spectre, and then try to kill this Hize as well. Now we have killed the other Spectre, and we have killed the Inquisitor afterwards. We're back being first, 10 kills, and it's just going crazy right now. And yeah, so let's see what is coming with. Oh, that's a Taran Bulgazari. I don't think I want to mess with this bulky machine. full HP, and I think I got just decided to go for this guy instead. Maybe I'm gonna be able to one-hit kill him. However, he wanted to shoot the enemy Spectre with Shock Train, which ended up, you know, making him face exactly at him, so he couldn't block the damage. And here I thought I was gonna be protected by this corner of the house, right? I knew he was gonna try to shoot me when I come out of stealth, but I thought if I just walk like that, he's gonna hit right in the building, and of course not. It's a Shock Train. It goes halfway through buildings sometimes too. But yeah, so wow. And by the way, this also freaking. I hate Shock Train. Have I ever said that? I don't think so. We're right here, guys. We're spawning, and I'm activating my stealth jump, okay? I already activated it. Not jump, just stealth. It's already active right here. Boom! Getting hit with 85,000 damage. I looked at the amount of damage, I calculated my max HP, and how much I have right now. The difference was 86,000 damage. 86,000, almost 100,000 damage. Boop. Within stealth still, because the stealth ability takes a little bit longer for the enemy to realize, okay? So you activate stealth on your device, but it takes a second or so until, maybe a second and a half sometimes, it depends on connectivity, I guess, and it takes a little bit of time until that stealth ability is also active on your enemy's device. And until that happens, he or she is still able to hit you with all the damage output that he can inflict. And, you know, Shock Train only needs a split second for all the damage, so there you go. That's what happened there to me. And, yeah, so we got this guy out of the way. Now we got taken out myself. And I think for the rest of the round, this Spectre is actually not moving at all anymore. Here, look at the sound effects. Hold on, I want to show you the sound effects one more time. Sounds like frickin' laser fire from Star Wars or something. That's pretty cool, right? But, yo, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then please do so and hit that notification bell to be notified about, like, upcoming reviews like that, upcoming gameplay, live streams, and big giveaways like today. Today we're actually going to have a live stream, not when you watch this video, but it's when I record this video. I'm going to be having a live stream, and I'm going to give away 30 weapons, 15 Pulsars, and 15 Shredders. So, yeah, make sure to subscribe to be able to know about these kinds of things in the future. And, yeah, and don't forget to vote in the upper right corner of the screen, guys. Let me know what you think. Is the weapon good? Is it too powerful? Is it just right? Is it too bad? What do you think? All right? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And, yeah, Manni-Gaming signing off. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.